What's going on, everyone? It's Cam here, Senior National Training Manager at Diode LED. This is our next reel-to-reel. It's going to be a little bit unique today. We're actually going to be doing the entire brand new family, the LINAIRE Flex Family. So we're going to have to get into it pretty quickly since we have 6 different profiles we're going to be talking about today. So let's switch over to the slides. I do thank you for coming, though. I really appreciate it. Let's get into it. All right. Of course, reel-to-reel, right, been very popular for us. These are just quick deep dive, 15-minute. We do have a LINAIRE Flex quarterly specifier training that is up on our YouTube channel. This is a little bit more in depth. It's around 45 minutes. So if you're looking for something a little bit more in depth, I would check that out on our YouTube channel. These are a brand new family of ours, 6 different profiles. There's a lot of really unique features and a lot of problems that this solves in the industry. And so we're going to get into each one specifically. We'll demo them out as well here, and then we'll talk a little bit about mounting at the end and applications. First, though, I wanted to show you a quick video. This is just us and how we make it. We have these silicone injection machines in-house here. We're actually doing true manufacturing. These silicone injection machines allow us to have a very, very clean look on the ends. Just note, as of right now, we've released this product. The marketing is all up online. You can order these now. Just note, right now, you can only order these as field assembly. This means you can get the spools. They'll have a nice lead on the end, an IP67 connection with the silicone injection, and then you can cut in field and terminate to be able to get to the right size. In probably, I would say, maybe mid-May, you should be able to expect us to be able to start offering factory custom solutions for you. This is where we can take it, cut it to your exact dimensions, make sure we do the silicone injection on the end so it looks very, very clean. So just keep that in mind. As of right now, this is only field assembly until May. So you can see here, right, they cut it. They're putting the different types of lead wires on it. We can do, on most of the profiles, we can have it be end wire, right, straight wire entry, side wire entry, or bottom wire entry. So he's going to bring it over here, too, to make sure that it gets clamped right, to have a very strong wire connection so it's not very easy to break in the field with mishandling. And you can see here, right, nice, easy peasy, factory assemble here. This is us really just practicing right now, making sure that we're up and ready to go for when we do end up releasing factory assembly. All right, let's talk about it. We're going to kind of split this into 2 different groups. We're going to talk about the side and top bend profiles, and then we're going to demo those, and then we're going to get into our more 3D or multi-axis profiles as well. So you can see here, right, LINAIRE Flex side. The main things I want you to focus on, right, is that you do have that option for either an IP67 assembly or an IP65. IP65 is when you'll use a little bit more bulky of end caps as well as the termination ends. These are 90 plus CRI. That is actually after the light comes through the silicone. So the actual tape light that we use in these profiles are more like 93 plus CRI. So the good thing is you're still getting a 90 plus even after the silicone. Just note, though, what's cool about these profiles is 5 of the 6 profiles are actually free cut. So this is the first of its kind. This is where now you no longer have to deal with either 1-inch cut points, 2-inch cut points, 4-inch, even some stuff out there that's 8-inch cut points. And I'm going to demo this here in a little bit where you can literally, any part of this profile, you can cut straight through it and actually terminate it at the end. This allows much more flexibility with the installation. But bunch of different mounting options. I'll talk about that here a little bit later. This is our LINAIRE Flex top, right? So just the difference, right? You have a top bend versus the other one was a side bend. Very, very similar to the side bend, though. As you can see, right, still 90 CRI, still have the option of factory or field. You still get the same CCT range, and it's also free cut. Just note with both of these profiles, pretty much 4 of the 6 profiles, they will have a max run of 32.8 feet. So that is actually what you would get in the spool as well, right? So you can go up to 32.8 feet before you start having massive voltage drop. And then I wanted to show you probably one of my favorites is the Flex Micro Side Bend, right? So this is there's a little bit difference with the micro side bend compared to the rest of the profile. So the two major things to look out for if you're using the micro side bend is that it's not free cut. It's the only profile of the 6 that is not free cut. So it is 1-inch cut points. And then the other thing is it has a max run of only 16.4 feet. So just keep that in mind when ordering this and deciding on how you're going to do your runs and your designs and mapping out your voltage drop and your drivers right. Just keep that in mind. So I want to get into these 3 profiles and show you a quick little demo here on our top down. So I'm going to start out with the side bend. As you can see, it's very much a traditional side bend in the fact that it's has a little bit higher height, but it's a little bit skinnier. Show this on here. Right, you can see the actual light is being emitted from the top, so there is no light on the bottoms. It has very good bend radius. Right, and this is right here to show you really quickly. This is what the silicone injection will look like when you get it as IP67. So imagine right now you're not dealing with big connectors, you're not dealing with a big end cap, right? It looks nice and clean due to that silicone injection. Show you here the top bend, a little bit of a different form factor here. So top bend, right, a little bit not as high, right, but you get that still nice even diffusion across, right? There's no dotting whatsoever. There's not even a beam through the middle. It's nice, even homogeneous lighting. Still really good flexibility, right? Nice and clean look, okay? Then, so one of my favorites here, we have the little micro side bend. I'm going to show you this here on. This still has a light emitting from the top, and as you can notice here, right, a little bit of light actually on the side, but the bend profile is pretty incredible with this. You can do some crazy bend profiles with this. So we're seeing this a lot of times in millwork, right, even backlit mirrors. Very good flexibility. Just again, keep a note, right, this is 1-inch cut points as well as only a 16.4 foot max run, okay? Pop that on. All right, and let's move on here. So these are really, this is where we start to kind of get into some game-changing products here. And I know everyone says game-changing, but for the longest time, right, with any type of silicone-based products, you have either top bend or you have side bend. And a lot of times the top bend will look different than the side bend. They're different profiles. As you know, AlphaTech X is one of our most popular products. That is a unique one where the top bend and the side bend are the exact same profiles. We wanted to come out with a product that gave more flexibility with design. And so we also, though, wanted to make sure if we were going to do 3D that it was going to look nice, architectural, rectangular, flat top look, right? And so this has been a very difficult thing in the industry because how do you make tape light bend on the horizontal axis? So you can see though, before I show you the demo and how this works, right, it's still very similar to the top and side. Same CCT outputs, right? CCT range, right? You still get free cut, so you can cut this anywhere. This comes in a 32.8 foot max run, right? 5-year warranty, still the same side, straight, and bottom wire entry, right? So really, really cool. And the fact that it's very similar, so if you're using top or side somewhere else on a project, this will be very similar to that look. So this is the Flex 3D, our larger profile. I'm going to show you just a couple little pictures here showing some of the bend radius with this. And then we also came out with the LINAIRE Flex Mini 3D, right? The big difference, right, is if you have an application where maybe something is higher up on a wall, farther away, you're going to want to use a larger profile to make sure that those eyes are drawn to that light. The Mini 3D is more for those smaller applications, right, where you're closer, you still get a nice, good light output. It's more of a marker light, right? So just keep that in mind when deciding where to use this. Again, this is exactly the same as the larger the larger 3D. Really just the difference is the profile size, as you can see here on the slides. It's still, the max run is the same, still same CCTs, it's still free cut, right? You get all the same mounting options. So, and then the last one, I'll show you really quickly here though, a few just different ways that you can use this bend radius. And then the last one I wanted to show you is, this is not 3D. This is what we would call the Flex 360 or a multi-axis, right? Really, I like to consider it either a lightsaber from Star Wars or maybe Wonder Woman's lasso of truth, right? This has incredible bend radius. Just note though, it's still free cut. The difference though is this is just like the micro side bend with the max run. We have a max run of 16.4 feet. Okay, so I want to demo these off for you and take a look at them. So we're going to start with the 3D bend, the larger one. I'm actually going to put a dimmer on this so we can actually show off the dimming capability as well. If you're using an OmniDrive X, which I'll talk about here in just a little bit, you can dim this down to a very low dim percentage. So here's the 3D larger profile. As you can see, right, we made sure to keep it nice and architectural. Right, flat top, looks beautiful. The difference now is you have a profile that you can bend on the side axis as well as the top axis. So now you can go up a wall, connect to the ceiling, bend it the other way. The design capabilities are endless. I'm going to show this on a dim curve here. This is just using a little rotary dimmer, so it's not even that good of a dimmer here. You can see here, right, dimming all the way down to a nice low range. Obviously, through the camera, you're getting the flickering. This is not the case in real life. That's just unfortunately what happens with video cameras. And I'll dim it back up here. Okay, so that is the 3D, the larger profile, right? And then we have probably my second favorite here is the mini 3D. So just note with the mini 3D, this is going to be available in June. All of the other profiles are available now. This will be coming out in June, just to keep that in mind. This is still architectural at nature, flat top, right, rectangular, looks beautiful, no dotting whatsoever, but you get that nice 3D bend. You can see here, right, very good flexibility, even can twist it a little bit. Really, really cool profile. The fact that we were able to figure out being able to actually have tape light on the horizontal axis is pretty incredible. Your design capabilities are endless now with this product. So, and then I want to show you the 360 here. So, pretty cool look here. As you can see, right, completely homogeneous all the way around. It's shining light in all 360, and then the bend radius is really, really good, as you can see here, right? So I want to show you something with the 360 that's unique, though. We will be offering the 360. I'm going to switch over to this camera over here, Ted. We will be offering the 360 also in suspension. So very similar to this. As of now, it will not be power over cable, so you will have to have the wire coming up and maybe wrap it around the cable. We eventually are working on possibly doing some more power over cable, but you can do a bunch of different cool designs with this, have a metal tube, wrap it around the metal tube to create decorative fixtures. Okay? Really quickly, I wanted to demo the free cut here. Okay? So I'm going to take a little mini 3D bend. All right, and as you can see, right, it's a little 3D bend. Oops, sorry, there we go. I gotta pop it back in here. Oops, go like this. Pull that out of the way here. So I'm gonna pop this on. I'm gonna show you, I'm using just an X-Acto knife or a little knife here, right? So I can go like this. I'm just gonna say, let's say we wanted to cut it right here, right? You can pop it down, cut on the top side, cut on the side here, right? Oops, there we go. Sorry, there we go. There we go. Sorry, the little tube thing came off here. So you can see, right, I cut it off, and you still get light all the way to the end. So even if you cut through the diode halfway, because of the dual circuit board, the technology that we're using, it's a little bit of a trade secret, that light will still all the way through and be at the very end, and then you can terminate it, okay? So to talk about terminations really quick, I want to just show you, these are really what it will look like if you end up cutting it in the field or doing any type of field assembly, right? You will have end caps or entries just like this. So they're still low profile, they're clear, so the light will come through. These are very easy to work with. We have a video online on YouTube that shows you exactly how to snap these on, the whole process step by step, right? This is just showing a bottom wire entry, right? We have a straight wire entry. So you can see they're very still low profile, but if you're looking for something nice and clean, I would suggest letting us do the factory assembly so that you have those good, clean silicone injection ends to make it that IP67. So, all right, and then I wanted to show really quickly the mounting options. We'll actually stay on the top down here first, just to give you a couple examples. So this is for our top bend. It's just a bottom clip. You can drill it through, right? And then we also have clips for even the smaller ones as well. And then I'll show you really quickly here. We even have traditional, obviously, straight metal channels like this at all sizes for the different profiles, right? The drill holes in there, as well as spine channels. So spine channels, right, being able to drill this up on the ceiling, choose your route, drill it all in, and then you can just place the profile in there. So running out of time here, so we're gonna move on and just do the last little part here. So this is just showing a snapshot. You can find this online. Drivers, always recommend the OmniDrive X, right? This is our best universal driver, does 0 to 10 volt, EOV and Triac all in one. You can dim down to 0.1%. You can have a 0% load on it, 1% load on it and 100% load on it. This is the #1 driver I would recommend if using the LINAIRE Flex profiles. I'm gonna skip through that video for now, right? And then we're gonna just end it here, really, right? So, sorry, go back here. Endless design capabilities. Really, the way I see this is if you can draw lines of light to border architectural details, right, you can use our LINAIRE Flare profile, specifically those 3D bends. This is going to open up so many more possibilities, right? Here's just an example, right, of bordering architectural details with linear lighting. Look at how it can transform that space with just a little bit of linear lighting. Same with this, right, being able to border around different places. And here are the applications. Really, it's always hard to pick applications, right? But staircases, outdoor coves, indoor coves, right? Even doing mill work with the little micro side bend in the channel, milling it into shelves and using the micro side bend, right? Outdoor fireplaces, anywhere outdoor for the most part. Shelves, right, of all types. Again, using mill work with this. Hand railing, right? Backlit mirrors. Different types of shelvings, right? You have a bunch of flexibility with this. And so I'm going to end it. I know I went over a minute, so I just want to make sure I always end it. We have a lot of this stuff on our YouTube channel. We have all of our past reel-to-reels now on YouTube, so you don't have to request the recording. They will be all up there if you're trying to check out any past reel-to-reels. We even have the longer format for this for the quarterly special hour training that's 45 minutes. Thanks again, guys, for joining us. Really appreciate it. We're going to have our next reel-to-reel here in a month. We will be sending out the 2-week email like always, letting you know what it's going to be on and how to sign up and all that kind of stuff. If you have any other questions, again, training@diodeled.com is up on the screen. Please reach out to us. We're always willing to answer questions, help you with your applications and stuff. With that, I'm the Senior National Trading Manager here at Diode LED, and I'll see you on the next one.